In 2008, a man named Ricky had just moved to a new city. He knew nobody in the city and felt very lonely in his new place, so he decided that it would be nice to have a pet. He was looking through local newspapers and saw an announcement of a shelter where he could get a pet. He found an address and went there. There were several dogs, but he chose a black Labrador. They told him his name was Ray. The man was happy and took the dog home. At first, everything went wrong. It seemed that the new owner could not get along with the dog. Ricky says, "I was told that the black Labrador name was Ray and warned that maybe he would need some time to get used to his new home. I decided to wait for 2 weeks to see if the dog's behavior would change. It may have been difficult for him to get used to the new place, so I needed to be patient with him. When they gave me Ray, they also gave me his bed toys and a letter from his previous owner. They also told me that the dog is well trained and follows commands. I expected that in a couple of days we would become good friends, but it did not work out that way. Ray did not follow any commands, and he did not even seem to know his name. It just could not go on. He chewed on my shoes in some empty boxes. Perhaps I was too strict with him, and he got offended. I was about to call the shelter to return the dog. When I was looking for the number of the shelter, I came across a letter from his previous owner. I hoped that there might be some useful tips on how to get along with the dog, and I decided to read the letter. A surprise was waiting for me. Here is what the letter said. "Whoever you are, Ray's new master, this letter is for you. I cannot say that I am happy that you are reading this letter, which I am going to send to the shelter. Actually, I am sad to write all this. It'll be the last time I was in the car with my Labrador. Now I have to leave him in a shelter." He felt that something was wrong, and it was our last time together. I used to pack his toys in his bed when we went to travel together before, but this time it was clear that he understood that something was wrong. I had to leaving him there. Now let me tell you something about my Labrador that will help you get along with him. Firstly, he loves tennis balls. He always had a lot of toys. Sometimes, he reminds me of a squirrel when he tries to hold 2 balls in his mouth at the same time. But he has never managed to keep 3, although he tries hard every time. It does not matter where you throw the ball. He rushes to look for it. So be careful. Never play with him near traffic. Once I made such a mistake, and it almost cost him his life. Secondly, as they probably told you in the shelter, Ray is trained and follows such commands as sit, stand, come, and some others. I taught him and gave him delicious sandwiches after he had done the task. Pieces of fried fish stimulate him especially well. He simply adores them, so you can try. On the back of this letter, I will write you how to do your best. I need to tell you some important things. This will help you get along with him. His name is not Ray. I do not know why I called him the wrong name in the shelter. I just could not make myself say the real name. I wanted to make at least something personal between us. I wanted his real name to exist only for me. To say his real name in the shelter would mean that for me, I left him forever, and that was our last meeting. I wanted to believe that everything would change, that I would come back for him, and everything would be as before. In fact, Ray is a very nice and smart dog, and I have no doubt he will respond to his new name. But if you are reading this letter now, something may have gone wrong. I think you should know his name. This will help you if you have any problems with him. His name is Tank, as I am a tank driver. If you are from this area, you may have heard my name from the news. I warned the shelter that they should not give the dog away before they receive news about me from my commander. My parents are already dead. I have never had sisters and brothers. The only thing I asked before I agreed to be sent to Iraq was a message to the shelter if something would happen to me. Fortunately, my commander agreed to do it personally. If you are reading this letter, then he kept his word. Well, this letter is becoming very depressing, although I am writing it about the dog. To be honest, I do not see much difference if I had been writing about my wife, children, or other relative. Tank was my real family, just like the army. I hope that now he will become a member of your family and he will love you just as he loved me. That is all. I will leave this letter at the shelter. I have to go tonight. I will not be able to say goodbye to Tank again. The first time, I could not stop crying. I wanted to believe that even if I die, everything will be fine with my dog, and I can find out how is my dog, whether he was finally able to keep 3 balls in his mouth. Keep him safe. Love him. I say goodbye to you, Paul Mallory. When I finished reading the letter, I carefully folded it and put it back in the envelope. Of course, I heard about this man. Everyone in the city knew him. Even newcomers like me. He died in Iraq a few weeks ago, receiving posthumously the Silver Star for sacrificing his life to save 3 people. I looked at my new dog and said to him quietly, "Tank, come to me." His ears went up and his eyes sparkled. He got up and he ran to me. I stroked him and whispered his name. The dog was happy. He finally felt better and relaxed. "Well, dear, what do you say? Let's be friends. We are not alone. Your old master will always be with you." The dog climbed into my lap and licked me on the cheek. "Let's play. Do you want to play with balls? You like that, don't you?" The dog wagged his tail and ran to the next room where his toys were. When he returned, there were 3 tennis balls in his mouth. Many people believe that when they take an adult dog home, it will not be able to get used to a new place, even though you deserve a chance. However, this is not always true. I hope you like this video. Please share it and subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.